Hello friends, develop a full-fledged project, we need a front end. So in Spring Boot context, one front end component we will consider, that is Thymeleaf. So we have to know what is Thymeleaf in this lecture, and how the Thymeleaf we will consider as a view component in our web application context. So friends, what is Thymeleaf? In Google, if I will type Thymeleaf, okay, you see what the Wikipedia is saying. The Thymeleaf is a Java XML, XHTML, HTML5 template engine that can work both in web and non-web environments. It is better suited for serving HTML5 at the view layer of MVC based web applications, but it can process any XML file even in offline environments. So, what we observed from this point, and also you see there is an official documentation of Thymeleaf. So, no doubt, it is a template engine. It is a server-side Java template engine for both web and standalone environments. For the development web application, we can use. Also for the development of standalone application, we can use Thymeleaf. But our requirement is, our purpose is to develop web applications. So Thymeleaf is a template engine. We will create a template which is representing as view component, as view layer, as front end component in our application. So the main objective of Thymeleaf is simply to create a view component. Okay, so we will see and how Thymeleaf what will process HTML file. Not only it is processing HTML, also it is processing CSS, JavaScript, even a plain text file also Thymeleaf process. How the Thymeleaf engine processing the Thymeleaf variables, expressions, everything that we will see. So in our Spring Boot context, basically, we use Thymeleaf as view component or as view layer. So we will see. So after Thymeleaf concept, we will go to directly how to develop a project. So one project we will develop. So coming to my STS environment. Now a simple example on Thymeleaf we will see. So first of all, file, new, I will create a Spring Starter project. So let my project name is, suppose I will give Thymeleaf, let demo. Okay, so type is Maven, packaging is jar, person 17, everything is okay. So let it group name is com.example, artifact ID. So first Thymeleaf example, first Thymeleaf example, let com.example dot let demo, suppose this is my package name. Then click on next option. So now we will add the dependencies. So definitely what since it is a web application, Spring Web is common and DevTool is common, because from the beginning that already we have been observing. So Spring, every Spring Boot application. So when adding dependency, this part will come to our picture. So definitely Spring Web and Spring Boot DevTools. So this two dependency is common that we will add. Then for Thymeleaf, also there is a dependency. If I will search, type in Thymeleaf, you see template engine, you click select Thymeleaf. So for Thymeleaf, there is a specific dependency in Spring Boot context that we have. So simply we will add this dependency. So very simple overall Spring Wave, Spring Boot DevTool, Thymeleaf dependency we added. Then click on next option, then click on finish option. So in this way, we created a project. Very simple. Let the project name is Thymeleaf demo. Okay, so now one project created. Simply I will open every folder. Okay, first of all, one thing we will do. First of all, I will create a controller component. This is my base package com.example.demo. Right click on the base package. We know that controller is a class. So let it, I will create a sub package, let controller. Okay. So let one class name I will give, suppose welcome controller or anything. Let it hello world controller. Hello controller. Okay. Hello world controller. Then click on finish button. So in this way, one controller component I am creating. So we know that how a class considering as a controller component. For this, I will specify at the rate controller annotation. So now I will import. Okay. So in controller component, so simply I will define a method, basically one handler method. I will define very simple things. Public, let return type is a string. Okay, suppose let the method name is suppose show method. Okay, so now simply one method I am going to define, and basically this method is called as handler method. So this handler method we use to handle a request. So for representing this method definition, I will create an endpoint. Suppose I will specify the annotation get mapping. So this method handle a get request. So one endpoint suppose I am creating. So let slash suppose hello. Okay, so this is my endpoint. So at the rate getting get mapping annotation. That means getting information. When I will run this application, so a an what URL will create localhost colon 8080, and this is my endpoint. So localhost colon 8080 slash hello. So it is representing this method definition. Or you can say this method is a handler method, and to this method we use to handle what this hello request. Okay, so now at the rate get mapping, so I will import. So in this context, so in show method, I will take an argument. I will pass an argument that is nothing but model object. Model is a built-in interface. Okay, so why model object that I passed as argument? Because this is what used for Spring MVC web application actually. So in Spring MVC context, so model is an what interface. So that model object we will take, because in model interface there is an attribute, or there is a, what built-in method add attribute to the add attribute method, we will specify or we will represent our variable, or that variable value we will access by the Thymeleaf expression. You see. So why model object I will take? Because so one method I will call, so that method is add attribute. Add attribute. Add attribute is a built-in method coming from model interface. That's why this method I will call by model object. So in this method, suppose I will pass two things. I will pass two things. First one is variable. Let my variable name is message, and value. Let value is what? Suppose Java with Silan Software. Whatever the message. Java with Silan Software. So message is the attribute name. Java with Silan Software. This is the attribute value. Okay. So this value I will get through Thymeleaf expression. So model first of all, what I will import, and you see return type is a string. So this is important. Return type is string means, so you have to write an what return statement explicitly. Suppose this return, suppose let hello. Okay, so control S. You see, so what I did again, I am explaining. So very simple. One controller component I created. So controller component, the corresponding class name is hello world controller. Then in this controller component, one method I have defined. So this method you can say as handler method. This method we have used to handle this request. In this way you can understand, or you can understand. So to represent this method definition, so I have created an endpoint, and here request is a get request, getting information. So when I will run this application, whatever the URL creating, that is localhost colon 8080, and this endpoint slash hello, once I will enter, then this person will execute. Then this is return hello. This is my what this is representing in MVC concept. So it will redirect to view component. So how? So whatever the return you have written, we have written. So return hello. That means we have to develop a hello.html file, and that hello.html file representing Thymeleaf expression. For that, explicitly, we will specify Thymeleaf expression. So how we will see? So where we will develop HTML file. So you see in my project structure, there is a folder SRC main resources, and inside this folder, there is a folder templates. Okay. So there is a folder templates. So inside this templates, we will create HTML file, and the file HTML file name must be hello.html. I will again explain what is the flow control when we will run. Right click new. You see, is there any HTML option? Okay, then other. You see there is a wave. Inside the wave, there is an option HTML file. Click on next button. Okay, so then, so file name is hello. Click on finish. Okay, so in this way, hello.html file created. Hello.html file created. Then the very simple things. So in body part, suppose just one header, suppose I will specify. I will write a Thymeleaf expression. I will write a Thymeleaf variable expression, and through that expression, we will get the value of message. The value of message, that is Java with Silan Software. Okay, so to display the value of message, so what I will write, this is Thymeleaf attribute th colon text equals to, and what is the syntax within double quotes. Okay, so symbol, the dollar symbol we will write within curly bracket begin and end. I will write the variable name message. Then I will end header. Very simple things. Simple hello world message we are trying to access. So this line is representing Thymeleaf expression. Thymeleaf expression, how we are knowing from this line. From this terminology, th colon text. This is Thymeleaf attribute, and this is actually variable expression. So the value of variable. Okay, if I want to see, so within curly bracket begin and end, so variable name we will write, and before that a dollar symbol. Then how the Thymeleaf expression will process, so it will process by Thymeleaf engine. The concept is saying if Thymeleaf engine you have to represent and it will process. So for this you have to add something. HTML language equals to English, let it. So here, so namespace you have to add. The meaning is XML namespace equals to, so Thymeleaf official site that you have to specify explicitly. HTTP colon double slash double double dot Thymeleaf Thymeleaf dot org. Okay, so according to the concept is saying whatever Thymeleaf expression we are representing, so that Thymeleaf expression will process by the Thymeleaf engine. So to represent that, it is mandatory. Explicitly, we have to specify the Thymeleaf official website, that is www.thymeleaf.org. Okay, now we have a controller component, and in that controller component we have a method. Basically that method is handler method. That method handling this request for getting information. So within this method we have passed an argument, that is model object. Model is a built-in interface, and specifically this model object we use in Spring MVC web application context, because I have to keep a variable along with its value. So how I will keep? So in model interface, there is a built-in method add attribute. So that method I will call by model object, and within bracket variable name and the value of this variable I specified, or attribute name and attribute value I specified. Then return a string values, because return type string we have written. So return hello. So whatever it is returning, it will redirect to hello.html file. So here hello.html file we have written a Thymeleaf expression, because from the beginning I have told Thymeleaf engine. Okay, so process our HTML file. So through this expression we will get the value of variable or attribute value Java with Silan Software. Okay, now I saved. So I will run. Right click on the project, run as Spring Boot F. Now I executed and you see Tomcat started on port 8080 and now so I will go to browser and I will type localhost colon 8080 slash hello because you see in my controller component what is my endpoint slash hello. So this now I will add enter. You see Java with Silan Software this message came. So what is this message? This is the value. This is the attribute value or this is the value of attribute message. So how it is happening when this URL when I am entering, so directly, so how the server is executing or what the flow control, directly control is going to execute this portion because this endpoint representing this method definition. Okay, so when this line will execute, when this line executing, so it is redirecting to hello.html file. Then when this line executing, so when the control is executing this line, so the value of message is displaying. So since I have specified h2 tag header tag, so output is looking like in this way. Okay, so this is a very simple hello world example in Thymeleaf. Okay, so we knew the little bit idea about Thymeleaf. So how through the Thymeleaf expression, how we access the value of message. So this is the attribute name through the controller component. This message value that we got in Thymeleaf expression and this line representing how to access the value of a variable or we can say variable expression. Okay, so in this context, suppose now we will create a model component. Then we will define another control component and we will see to represent variable expression and through that we will access the value of a variable. Suppose I will go to my base package, simply new class. Let I am creating a model component. Let my class name is employee. Click on finish button. So now employee is my model component. Simply class employee. So I will take some data members. Let private string name, private string email. Okay, so then private string, suppose whatever we can take, let designation. So in this way a data member I took, so I will define a parameterized constructor. Okay, so one parameterized constructor I define, then I can define getter and setter. So in this way I defined a model component, so that is employee.java, taking three data member, one is name, one is email and one is designation, one parameterized constructor that we define, then getter and setter method we define. Now I will define a controller component. So new class. So let my controller component class name, suppose I will give employee controller. Click on finish button. So this part we have known already, we have acquainted. So at the rate controller, this annotation I will specify. This at the rate controller annotation representing the corresponding class employee controller will consider as controller component. So in this employee controller, what I will do, I will define a handler method to handle variable expression requests. So one method I will define, let public string. Okay, suppose let my method name is a display, and within parenthesis I will take a model object as parameter. Okay, so control S. I will import this at the rate controller annotation. Okay, so this handler method definition execution, for this I will create an endpoint. So at the rate get mapping. So I'm creating an endpoint. Let slash let hello one. So model I will import at the rate get mapping. This annotation also I will import. Okay, so here a return type that I took as string. So now what I will do, I will create an object, because we have a model component. That model component is nothing but employee.java. So employee class, the class employee containing three properties: name, email, designation. So and also one parameterized constructor we have defined. So if I will take the employee object, so that object will represent the employee class property. So what I will do here, I will take an employee object. Let employee equals to new employee. So parameterized constructor we have defined. So at the time of creation of an object, we will pass the value. So first of all, I will give the name value. Let John, then email John at the rate gmail.com. Let designation let manager. So in this way, I declared an object. Object name is employee. So now this employee class also I will import. So I can import also explicitly import com.example com.example.demo dot model dot employee. Okay. So after creation of an object, so this object representing the employee class properties, that is name, mail, and designation. John, John at the rate gmail.com and manager. So now I can add So model dot add attribute. Okay. So add attribute is a built-in method which is invoking by model object. So employee object I added whatever the value this object is representing, it added. Then since return type I have taken as string, so definitely explicitly I have to write a return statement and which is representing a string. So let I will write suppose hello one. So control S, now I saved. So now this is my view. It will consider as my view component. So whatever I returned, that is hello one. So in this context, especially in MVC context, so I have to create a HTML file. The name of that file will be hello1.html file. Now we will develop hello1.html file. We will go to src main resources folder, and inside this there is a folder templates. Right click on this folder, new, other, HTML file, click on next. So hello one, click on finish button. Okay, so just this line I will copy, I will paste here. So as per the concept is saying it is mandatory that XML namespace you have to specify Thymeleaf official site, so that is thymeleaf.org, because whatever the Thymeleaf expression we will write, so Thymeleaf engine will process that expression. So it is mandatory that we have to write thymeleaf.org. So one header tag, suppose I will use, let it employee details. Let I will end h2. So we have name, email, designation. So three values. Suppose I will give in a division. So I will specify a div tag. One paragraph. Suppose I will use let name. Okay. So I will use a tag from Thymeleaf expression th colon text equals to within double quote. So curly bracket begin and end. Before that, $1 symbol we will use as per the syntax. Attribute name employee dot name in controller. This is my attribute name. So this I am closing employee dot name. Okay. Then I will end strong. Then I will end paragraph. So in this way, I will write for email and designation. So strong this HTML tag is used to highlight the text, typically rendered in bold. Th colon text is a Thymeleaf attribute used to dynamically set the text content of the HTML element. Then dollar symbol, curly bracket begin and employee dot name is a Thymeleaf expression which accesses the name property of the employee object from the model. Similarly, just I will copy for email for designation, email, and this is for designation, employee dot email, employee dot designation, control S. So now we have three files. One is model component, that is employee.java. One is employee controller.java. This is our controller component. This is my handler method. To execute this method definition, we have created an endpoint. And when this method definition will execute, this is the last line. When it will execute, it will redirect to hello1.html file. So this hello1.html file is nothing but a Thymeleaf expression, and when this file will execute based on Thymeleaf expression, we will get the output. Now I will run. Right click on the project, run as Spring Boot app. So now it executed. Tomcat started on port 8080. So I will go to any browser, local host colon 8080 slash hello one. You see, so I got the output, employee details, name John, email john@gmail.com, designation manager. So I hope you got an idea about Thymeleaf. So now by taking all the concept, CROD, Thymeleaf, okay. So now in my next video, we will know how to develop a full-fledged project. In my next video, we will go to a project. So I hope everybody enjoy with this video. Thank you.